What are we doing today, Ethan? JBR hooked it up with some nice motor mounts. The other ones are in the car. Both the side ones, since we have a rear motor mount already. Here's a trans mount and the other side motor mount. Super thick.
Dude, this doesn't even feel like rubber. It's like, it doesn't even, you think it's metal. These are gonna be stiff.
Yeah, we got the 80, I think it's 80 durometer. Durometer, whatever. 80 durometer bushing inserts for some good track use.
Eric, you got a stiff rubber.
I do got stiff rubber. So we have to take this plate off that's sitting here under these wires that has those rusty ass bolts.
Oh, that'll be fun. I'm gonna get some penetrating fluid.
And as you guys saw on the last episode, we moved the brake lines, put the brake booster in, all the stuff that needs to go in before the engine. We're still working on the dashboards. That's probably gonna take the longest, but I wanna get the motor in, which is sitting under that tarp, just so we have a little bit more space and kind of, you know, can start working on things a little bit more. But yeah, here we go.
Just those two or are the ones back?
Yeah, there's two in the back.
Nice.
Better than the other ones. Oh yeah, get rid of that ugly thing. Alright, as you guys can see, the motor just made it into the silver car from the SPEED3. So you could be wondering, well, what's the next step? And before we get to that next step, which is kind of just hiding behind me, and it might be done already, I don't know. I just want to talk about a couple things that you might need to know about your engine bay if you were to do this swap. So for sure, this hole down here for the heater core to come through is recessed in the firewall about 5 to 10 millimeters, somewhere around there. Everything else is the same, where the blower motor sits, where the brake booster is, everything. That's where the clutch pedal comes through. And then the fuel lines, because you can clearly see that the fuel lines are moved. And I actually got to get those lines, these lines right here, off and put on the other car. That's about all the fitment issues you're going to have with this motor sitting in here. The motor mounts I got from JBR worked perfectly. This is a NA Mazda3 shell with a SPEED3 motor in it, so they bolt up no matter what, perfect. Here is the motor sitting in the car. Everything's pretty much lined up. We got the AC lines in. I just got to connect heater core lines that go to the radiator and get the radiator on and the rest of these lines on. I think I have every single plug-in except for this guy right here. Not quite sure where that goes to, but that's why we have Ethan's car to take a look at it to make sure that everything's going to be hooked up the same way. Really, you guys kind of saw that this was all done already, the wiring and the you know, the brake booster and stuff like that, but what you didn't know, and why there hasn't been a video out for about a week, is well, fenders are off of this car, and that means there's only one thing that you need to take the fenders off to get at, and that would be the dashboard. The dashboard is 100% out of this car. There is nothing left, no foot pedals, nothing, right? I ended up not having to take these wires out. They're just sitting here, the wires that go to the rear of the car. I am going to see if I can make this swap faster, because there is only one person that has told me that I have to take the wires from here all the way back out and swap them. I think I can get away with just doing the dashboard. All the wires look the same. All the colors on the wires for the whole inside of the car are 100% the same. And I also didn't want to lose the sunroof function, so I'm curious to see if that's going to work. If it doesn't work, we'll end up stripping the rest of this out, and it'll be, you know, a whole nother week until that ends up being finished. The little teaser I wanted to show you guys today, if you made it this far in this video, is this dashboard. And why am I showing you this dashboard? Well, if you notice, those pedals, even though one of them's missing one of the little pads, don't come on an NA3. These are out of the SPEED3. And if you notice, the doors were off already. I got those taped up so I could put them back in. And like I said, there's only one thing that you could take in and out of a car that you need to take the doors off and potentially the fender, and that's to get at this hole right here where that hole leads you into here to that. This is one of the last things you take off to get to the dashboard. But yeah, this is the dashboard out of the SPEED3, guys. It is in, it's ready to go, it's wired up. I got one kick panel off. Everything else is ready to go. The seats are not in because I'm going to swap out the SPEED3 seats now because I had to take these out. Like, everything is coming together. It's almost time for the first startup. And you might be wondering, well, what has to be done? And that's just put the rest of the engine back together and turn the key, put the battery in. And that should wrap up today's video, guys. I'm super happy that we're at this point. I'm sorry I didn't take a lot of videos of taking the dashboard out and how to really do it. It was a big learning process for me. I had never seen having to take the doors off to get at the dashboard, and that's totally a Ford thing. Again, these are Fords. Every single part on here pretty much has a Ford stamp on it except for some Mazda parts. But we figured it out. I ended up buying All Data, and All Data was able to tell me how to take it off and stuff like that. If you check out All Data, guys, it's $50 for 5 years of your car's worth of all the information you could ever imagine, how to take off everything possible on your car. So if you are in that kind of situation where you're a mechanic, you're working on your own personal vehicle a lot, or you're going to own it for a long time and you're going to want to do work to it, grab AllData, 50 bucks for 5 years, man. Like, how could you go wrong? This saved me easily like a couple weeks worth of stress. As soon as I bought AllData, 20 minutes later, I had like half of the dashboard ripped out. So up to you on what you want to do, or you could just wait here until I decide to do it and then just follow along. Oh, Luna's here. What's up, Luna? I think I'm done talking, guys. I'm gonna go pet this cat. She is awesome. Yeah, hi, baby girl. How are you? It's my neighbor's cat. So Luna's gonna wrap it up. Luna, say bye to everybody. Peace, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.